Okay, I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you the book of the week, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo. Welcome to this edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. Hope you all had a great 4th of July week. I sure did. And the summer of superheroes continues with Captain America. Now, this is a Captain America Comic Hero tee. Now, the inside of the speech bubble represents the shield, the first shield that he wielded back when he was created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby back in 1941. And, of course, they have the other Captain America symbol, and to go along with it is Captain America hat. Now, as I said before, Captain America was created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby in 1941, and I mean, what can I say? He's the Star-Spangled Man with a plan. I mean, some people call him a superhero. I call him a super soldier, because that's pretty much what he is. You know, when Dr. Abraham Erskine, you know, he enlisted him, and Steve Rogers was this short, skinny, frail guy. But he wanted to serve his country, and all the recruiters kept failing him. But then Dr. Abraham Erskine saw something within him, and he passed him. And then he was given a super soldier serum, and the rest is history. Captain America exemplifies everything that's, I think for the most part is exemplified everything that's right about this country, and that's why he's one of my favorite superheroes. Alright, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, in episode 258 I asked, what is the name of the AI inside Iron Man's suit of armor? Well, the correct answer is Friday. And 14 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their name's been entered in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Thomas Anderson from Monroe, Louisiana. So congratulations, Thomas. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for episode 262, and this is a Deadpool question. And it's also something that I said on episode 258. Which book and issue did Deadpool make his debut? Everyone who answers correctly be entered in a drawing for a free tee on episode 262 of the Comic Hero Show. Alright. I really love this segment. I loved doing it last week when I debuted it, and I'm very excited about it now. It's the Comic Hero Book of the Week. Let's do this. Alright, my book of the week is Superman. Now, Superman, as most of y'all know, was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster and made his debut in Action Comics #1 in 1938. He's the Man of Steel. He's the last son of Krypton, and one of my personal favorite superheroes. In addition to comics, he's been on the small and big screen, and he's had different actors have played him. Kirk Allen, George Reeves, Christopher Reeve, James Newton, Gerard Christopher, Dean Cain, Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill, and my personal favorite Superman movie would probably have to be, and I'm kind of, and this is kind of, most folks, their favorite movies happen to be like the first Superman movie from 78 or Superman 2 from 1980, or Superman versus Batman Dawn of Justice, or The Man of Steel. My personal favorite is actually Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. To me, it didn't make, well, because that movie makes a lot of sense. But anyway, not talking about the movie, we're going to talk about the book. Now, Superman has been going through a lot of stuff, and it all took place a little over a year ago with that extra story that was written by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Jim Lee, where he was fighting this alien, and the alien was a guy named Rogol Zar, who had been revealed to have been the reason why Krypton exploded. I mean, he claimed to destroy Krypton, and then we find out later on he was telling the truth. And and by the way, Superman and Lois are married. In the comics they got married a little more than 20 years ago, and then about 4 years ago, in this tie-in with a DC miniseries called Convergence, they end up welcoming their first baby into the world, Jonathan Samuel Kent, who is now Superboy. And in the Man of Steel miniseries, which pretty much goes into detail with Rogol Zar and how he destroyed Krypton, he does the unthinkable. He ends up finding Superman's old location of the Fortress of Solitude, which was located in the North Pole, and he ended up destroying the entire bottle city of Kandor. His mission after the destruction of Krypton was to make sure that there were no survivors of the planets left, and that's including Superman and Supergirl. And he tried going after them at first, but then he decided to stick it to the Man of Steel and the Girl of Steel by breaking into the Fortress of Solitude and killing everyone in the entire bottle city of Kandor. Now, the bottle city of Kandor, it was one of those cities on the planet Krypton that Brainiac ended up getting a hold of and then shrinking them down to a microscopic size and keeping them in a bottle. Well, Superman ends up finding them and bringing them back to the Fortress of Solitude and promising them that one day he would find a planet that'd be suitable to their needs. Unfortunately, that didn't happen with Rogol Zar killing them all. And but I love the book. I love what Brian Michael Bendis is doing. Not just in that book, but also in Action Comics with the whole Leviathan Rising story arc, where Spiral was the organization organizations Spiral and Argus were taken down by Leviathan, and I haven't read the the one shot called Superman Leviathan Rising yet, but to my understanding, it's going to it's a prelude to this DC wide miniseries called Event Leviathan, and I can't wait to read that either. But when I found out that Brian Michael Bendis was taking over as the writer for Superman, I kind of thought, I hope he doesn't kill people. He doesn't kill anyone I expect. However, kind of makes me sad that all those people in the ball city of Kandor are dead now at the hands of Rogol Zar. They can't really. Now, one thing about it, Superman, Supergirl, and just about anyone can't defeat Rogol Zar. They've tried everything. Superman even imprisoned him into the Phantom Zone, and that didn't last very long. And it's a great book. Can't wait to read what Brian Michael Bendis has in store. That's just about it. All right, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is Action Comics number 12. The Amazing Spider-Man number 24. Wonder Woman number 73. Savage Avengers number 2. Captain Marvel number 3. Captain Marvel number 4. Captain Marvel number 5. Captain Marvel number 6. Captain Marvel number 7. And finally, a book that I was just talking about in the previous segment, Superman, Leviathan Rising. All right, that's 10, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 9,424. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Here's a question again for episode 262. What issue and book did Deadpool make his first appearance in? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on episode 262. And congratulations to Thomas Anderson from Monroe, Louisiana, who won a free tee on this week's episode. Or this episode, rather. Oops, I forgot I'm doing 2 episodes this week. But mainly doing 2 episodes because I in the 2 weeks that I have been doing the show, I ended up my creative juices got flowing, and I guess they pretty much flooded because I ended up making a whole bunch of teas, and so far the last 2 teas I made were a Spider-Gwen comic hero tea and a Miles Morales Spider-Man comic hero tea, and I mean, and there's plenty more, definitely. But the teas I'm going to wear for next week are Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I'm setting up a poll. I want to thank everyone who's voted so far. Last I checked, the Black Panther comic hero tee had a few more votes than Guardians of the Galaxy, but I know that that's subject to change. But I want to thank everyone for voting, and so far I'm really enjoying this, and I hope you're enjoying it too. And also, while I stepped away after I did the comic books I bought this week segment, and I found out that the U.S. women just won the World Cup by defeating the Netherlands 2-0. Well, ladies, congratulations, y'all did it again. Very proud of y'all. And also, I want to congratulate my 2 friends, James Red Hodge and Kimmy Dowdy. They got engaged on the 4th of July. Very happy for y'all. Hope y'all walk down the aisle, say your I do's, and as Ann Nesby and Al Green once sung, put it on paper. Very, very happy you guys. Love y'all. And also, I want to congratulate my 2 friends, Megan and Brian Bass from Monroe, Louisiana. They just announced that they're expecting their first baby, and very, very happy for y'all and happy for that baby. And I'll be sending a comic hero tee your way. Okay, really love the 4th of July. This is a holiday where we celebrate America's independence, and it's a great country, but we still have a long ways to go until we can finally reach our potential, and there's always room for improvement. And I want to thank all the men and women who are fighting for our country in any of the 5 branches of the U.S. military. And also, I want to say to all the families of the fallen who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we may continue to live in this great country. I love y'all, and I can guarantee you that their sacrifices will never ever be in vain. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on A Comic Hero. I'll see you next time for episode 261. Well, I either wear a Black Panther comic hero tee or a Guardians of the Galaxy comic hero tee. So until next time, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and God bless America.